This is our car seat assessment for anyone who has pain while they drive, or if they have constant pain, that constant pain is worsening while they drive, so thus driving is an aggravating activity. If we can tell by the person's seat that they're quite vertically loaded and they're rounded due to the hands gripping the steering wheel at the 10 o'clock position and the 2 o'clock position, then we know that the problems are going to exist in the cervical being compromised and forward flexed, as well as the lumbar not only being very vertically loaded, but in a position of flexion or rounding forward. So we would move the seat forward first. And when you think about nerves coming out of the low back to go innervate the leg and foot, we would like to have those nerves not on stretch where the leg was straight and the body's upright, but if we could put the seat forward to a position where her foot can rest comfortably on the foot plate. That's in most cars. We look to see how the spread of the seat pan is on the femur. So if her leg was up here and there's a little bit of space, I would tilt the seat up, and as the seat tilts up, then the seat pan rose a little bit so the pressure on the whole thigh is more distributed instead of being loaded to where the pelvis is. The next thing I need to do is to look at the vertical load that is on the back and try to disperse it by letting the seat go back and then perhaps bolstering the seat with a rolled towel so that her neck can comfortably contact the headpiece. So I would recommend taking some rolled towels to add support to an existing headrest that is in most cars and make it contoured so that the skull has a place where it can comfortably fit, and then the cervical spine can feel that round curve here is supported. The next thing is the hands need to move to the 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock position so that the arm is not elevated. When the arm's elevated, there's a tendency for the scapula stabilizers that go from the scapula up to the neck and skull. And if we put the arm down where it's supported by the seat or the rib cage, either one is good, then there's less tension in the neck of these muscles stabilizing, adding compression to the cervical area. By allowing the seat to tilt back in this manner, similar to the F-16, we are able to take some of the weight off the torso and let it be then on the backrest. So less loading of the low lumbar and more dispersed through the backrest of the seat. A word of caution must be exercised in the sense that the mirror on the right side of the vehicle is most frequently convex, and so changing lanes to the right is usually okay, but I'd always recommend looking, and the rear view mirror would have to be adjusted, but the left side mirror is usually not convex, unless you have a little accessory part that you could glue here to the mirror. In light of this mirror not being convex, when we do the car seat assessment, we advise the patient that there is a blind spot that exists by the rear door and rear tire when a car is in line with those two parts of the body of the car, and therefore the patient must always look, and if that means turning the torso enough that they can see that they're clear to safely change lanes to the left, then that's what they must do due to the blind spot with a conventional mirror without any convexity to it.